Hey everybody, welcome to yesterday's OVA. I'm Toby, and with me is Steven and our special guest, as we mentioned we were going to have, John.
Hi, I'm John, by the way.
And Steven, are you here?
You bet I am.
Alright. This week we watched Baoh the Visitor, or Baoh the Caller. It's called both, I don't know why.
Oh, it's not just called Baoh?
No.
Oh.
It's got two different subtitles.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So this movie came out November 1st, 1989, made by Studio Pierrot. I think that's how it is. It's like a clown. Well, they're known for making Bleach, Naruto, Tokyo Ghoul, Yu Yu Hakusho.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What the heck?
They made this. Anyways, this was directed by Hiroyuki Yokoyama. The last movie we watched was also directed by Hiroyuki, not the same guy. But he worked on the original Mr. Osomatsu, with all those brothers. He worked on Mobile Suit Gundam ZZ, Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, just a few episodes of those. But the most important part about this movie and its production is that it was based on the manga by Hirohiko Araki, which is the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, one of the funnest anime. This was his sixth manga. He made it in 1984, which was 2 years before JoJo. But the thing I find interesting is that JoJo is made by David Production and not Pierrot, so I don't know what happened there.
So that's why when I was searching for Baoh character list, it brought me to JoJo fandom. That makes sense.
Yes. Now. Yeah. I think Baoh is also a character in one of the JoJo games.
Really?
So you can play as him.
You can play as Baoh? You can play as the parasitic worm?
Well, you can no.
Ikaru.
Yeah, Ikaru.
That's what I thought you meant.
So what'd you guys think about the movie? Initial thoughts?
It's good. I liked it. It's silly. It's extremely gory out of nowhere. That was something I realized.
Yeah.
And, there's this weird, I don't know how I felt about, Subire and what she thought about Ikura. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, we'll touch more on that later. Steven, what do you think?
Very positive thoughts are what I'm thinking about this. I thought it was great.
It was cool. It was fun. I think it was trying to be serious, but really failed at that. Probably just because of the dub we were watching, which was amazing, by the way. It had some really, really stellar performances.
This was fan dub tier.
Yeah. Not even a good fan dub, but a mediocre one.
What do you mean? I'd say it's a step above fan dub.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. It's put together well.
I wonder what fan dubs you've been watching them.
I don't.
I think this might be the worst dub I've ever heard, actually.
Really?
I think that's why it was so enjoyable.
Exactly.
It turned out to not be so bad that it just sucks to listen to. It turned out to be so bad that it's fun to listen to.
Yeah, it added to it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you guys want to do a story recap?
That's what we did last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie starts out.
Okay, yeah, the movie starts out. There's this little girl and her Pokemon getting chased down a train by a couple of goons and a lady in a suit, and they start shooting. They start popping off, and it gets crazy. So they get in this car with a bunch of Rottweilers. I think that's what the dog is.
They're Dobermans.
Dobermans.
Why was that cart full of them there?
Are they security dogs?
That's a good question.
Don't know. That's what I thought, but then they started shooting them and disregarding them, and they turned on them? So they must have not... I feel like they were just there.
Yeah, the girl does this weird number magic, which is never brought up ever again.
The master key.
Yeah, she somehow unlocks all the electronic locks on the dog cages.
Actually, the number magic is brought up one more time.
Oh, is it?
She correctly guesses his age.
Oh, I didn't know that was part of it.
I thought you were gonna say when she unlocks the train cart from the other one.
No, you can just do that with your hands, actually.
No, I don't think that's what she did. That takes a special tool, by the way. You can't just do that.
I'm willing to suspend my disbelief. But
right.
I don't know, maybe she did use number magic to Unlike
it's not
the trains.
number magic. The master key. Because it unlocks everything. That's it. That's
Oh, okay, maybe that's it. She's got some sort of magic though. Well, anyways, she lets out all the dogs. All the dogs get absolutely heated by guns and punches, and then we get to the back of the train with Dr. Kasumi Nome, who has the best voice in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Because yeah, he just yells everything, and he's like, "Who enters without permission? The girl."
Who enters without permission? The girl!
It's like that, but worse.
Yeah.
And then we find out her name is Sumire, and she's a main character, of course. There's this pod filled with water, and I guess Sumire was turning like a valve, and the water started coming out, and
Yeah. When they were pulling her, the valve was turning.
yeah, and the guy getting out was Baoh.
Wait, so this is basically all a complete accident. What if she didn't hold on to that valve when they were pulling her away?
Then nothing.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's it's kind of how a lot of events work.
It's a great plot.
It's just like a chain of events make things happen. What if I wasn't born? What then? We wouldn't be talking right now.
I think that's a little bit more complex than...
This reminds me of a lengthy argument I once had with someone who was trying to tell me that I only existed because Ronald Reagan prevented the Cold War. So I should be eternally grateful to Ronald Reagan.
No, you should forget about it. He's dead.
John, do you remember what our friend Sam said earlier today? How he pronounced Ronald Reagan?
Ronald Reagan?
Roynald Regan.
Roynald Regan. Yes.
It was pretty good. Anyway, Bao or Ikaro gets out of the tub and he's wearing some gachi-muchi gear.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the leather glove.
Yeah, what was up with that?
Yeah, I don't know what the leather straps and all that were for. But
what do you mean? It's like a bathing suit. It was just shiny because it was wet. What if it wasn't actually leather?
I mean, how was it a bathing suit? I mean, why do you need leather straps across your chest for being in a tub of water?
They gotta... I don't know. They didn't keep him held down, huh? He kind of lifted it up with one hand, even though there are multiple people on there.
I think the good doctor, Kasumi Nome, was just really into it.
He was trying his hardest.
Yeah. He was going crazy. He was like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Also, Bao looks like a pillar man here. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, after that whole thing, when they entered the city, I didn't recognize him. I was like, who's this random dude on the bench? But it was
Yeah,
him.
it took me a second. But anyways, he gets out of the tub, friggin' squeezes the guy's hand off, and then he jumps he jumps out of the train and just grabs onto the wires above the train and just electrocutes himself and falls down. Samaria she unhooks the train cars.
Yes.
And I guess later she just saves them from the tracks somehow. And they're just in the city together. Ikaru's all fine. He's just a boy. Looks like a Joestar.
Why did he jump up and grab the electric cables instead of just jumping onto the ground?
What do you mean?
Unclear.
I mean, if he were to jump onto the ground, he was in a moving a locomotive. So,
Electrocuting himself was a lot safer.
Yeah, basically.
No, it was a sarcasm. Yeah, I don't know where she got these JoJo OC clothes for him, but yeah, he's fine.
Where did she get this squirrel Pokemon?
Yeah, that's never explained really. Maybe it's a
Natsuo, the rat.
Yeah, Natsuo, the rat, the psychic rat Pokemon. I think maybe it's just a lab experiment.
Yeah, you're
makes
probably
sense.
right.
Ikaro talks for the first time, and it's crazy. His voice and accent changes frequently.
He sounds like a complete idiot. And you know what? It's great. I like it a lot.
Yeah, he's a pretty blank slate character.
You know who he almost sounds like? Napoleon Dynamite.
I can see that.
Oh, by the way, he has amnesia.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Later we find out what his past is, and it's pretty boring. So Samire is she gets this drawing pad out, right? And then
My favorite part.
So Samiri has I guess, visions of stuff.
Precognition.
Yeah, but she's like totally chill about it no matter what's going on. So she starts like tripping balls, and this like blood guy, this guy with the bloody face, he's made of blood, comes out of her drawing tablet thing, and he's like, Baoh. And I guess he's the assassin, because like right after that, the same guy, that but in non-blood form, standing right there, and he stabs Ikaro like a lot.
Did you see him in the bush prior?
Yeah.
Yeah, split. Number 22 is the bounty hunter, by the way.
Okay, yeah. I didn't notice.
He looks like a purple version of that one vampire hunter guy. What's his name?
Van Helsing?
Yeah.
I can see it. The glasses, the hair.
So Ikaro like runs away and like steals the guy's bike while also being like super stabbed. And
That's my bike.
the assassin appears to just like not give chase at all. He just stands there.
He had him.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, it took them like 5 minutes to get on a bike and get away, and he just stood there the whole time.
Where was the follow-up?
I mean, there was. He was chasing them in the car.
Just stab him right then. Get him again.
It's anime. There's no logic, Steven, alright?
That was his chance.
So we go to this lab.
Wait,
Huh?
Toby, you skipped one of the best scenes. When he's in the car talking to his boss. He has one of the best lines.
You must eliminate Baoh before he goes through the first armed phenomenon. When you've killed him, burn the corpse to ashes.
Total cremation, eh? You're the boss, Colonel. Dick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I liked Purple Assassin guy.
He had a really weird color palette.
Yeah, he was alright.
I was sad to see him go.
He didn't ask any questions. He just did his job.
So yeah, Colonel Dordo tells him to chase him and kill the girl probably too. And he's like, no problem, total cremation, eh? So I guess he's good with fire until later when he catches on fire.
It's like poetry.
Yeah, like pottery. So they show off what Baoh is to these businessmen in golden masks. I guess they're like the Illuminati or something. But the doctor's trying to show them what Baoh is all about, and they get this dog.
Dog Baoh.
They get dog Baoh, and we don't know what the dog is yet, but they release a tiger in with the dog, and the tiger's eating on the dog. But they mention that like Baoh has like secretions which let it go through armament transformations when a Baoh is like hurt or something. We find out later what that all means, but first we have the gas station.
Also, the Illuminati, really all they see is a dog beat a tiger in a fight, and they conclude that with this technology they could easily take over the world.
Well, hold on.
It's not just a dog.
Yeah, we got to do the gas station though, because they have these scenes play out at the same time.
Yeah.
They have a gas station fight and a tiger versus dog fight. So somehow number 22 reaches the gas station before them, despite being behind them in the previous scene.
I actually never realized that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And so they pull up to the gas station that's like abandoned, and then Sumire realizes that the assassin's car is parked there.
Oh, does she realize that?
Yeah, for some reason, even though she's never seen it.
She didn't say anything?
I think she did, but by that point it was already too late. Ikaro was already in the gas station.
We'd like some gas. Yes.
So they start getting in the fight again. Ikaro keeps getting stabbed.
He gets his neck sliced.
Yeah. Sumire gets pimp slapped.
And he says, "No, bitch."
Yeah.
I did write that down, yes. So Ikaro is like super hurt, so he becomes Baoh, and the dog also becomes Baoh because he's getting hurt by the tiger. And we all become Baoh in a way.
Yeah. So number 22, he did a really good stall. It was a very good anime stall where he stared at him. He could have burned him like a long time before he started his Baoh transformation.
Yeah, assassins are never in any rush for some reason. They always fail and die.
Dude, he gets his hand squeezed off. Like,
and then he gets his head melted off.
And then dies in a fiery car explosion. It's pretty good.
This isn't even the first head melting in the movie either.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it is the first, but it's not the last. It's not the only one.
Did we talk about dog Baoh transformation yet? Or is
the dog becomes Baoh, just absolutely destroys the tiger, and then they go in to kill dog Baoh. So they shoot it in the head and burn it. And I guess Baoh is actually just a parasitic worm that they put in somebody, which gives them powers. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
But, Steven, think about it this way. If you don't know Bao's weakness, he'll just keep coming back, in, like, even stronger. Because, what is it, armament?
Armament transformation.
Yeah, armament. Because, like, Baoh gets pretty OP. So.
Oh, he does. Later he does, yeah.
Yeah, he is, like, he gets to, like, level 3 Baoh.
Yeah, so that's definitely, like, I don't know. That's a good army strat.
Oh yeah, with full-on Baoh, you could definitely take over the world.
Yeah, their strat is go for the brain and then burn the body, kill a worm. So yeah, so Ikaro melts the assassin's head off, and he and Sumire leave. And then he wakes up from his Baoh stupor, and he looks over and sees the gas station smoking, and he's like, he has these reverberated thoughts in his mind. He's like, what have I done? But it's like, all you did was burn a gas station, and it wasn't even your fault, really.
Wasn't that bad.
He's like, what am I? But it's like, all you did was fight off an assassin, so you're good, dude. And then we see Walken now. Ooh. He's some sort of Native American tribesman who uses hot coffee to cast divination.
The only way to drink coffee is hot.
It's hot.
And then he blows up his coffee instead, basically.
Mm-hmm. And so they get Bao's scent, and they send Colonel Dordo to go hunt him.
Dordo. What kind of Dordo? Such a weird name.
Sounds like a Dragon Ball character. Who was that guy? Doria?
Midoriya Izuku?
That
guy?
Daria?
Dario Brando? A lot of D names in anime, especially Daria. Daria's my favorite anime. So Ikaro gets his flashback about how his parents died and all that. It happened like 2 days ago, I guess. Was that what was implied? He's only had Baoh for 2 days, so...
Yeah. What was it, though?
He lost his parents like a week ago.
It was a car accident?
It was an extremely bizarre car accident.
Was it implied that they went after them and caused the car accident?
No, I don't think so. I think I think he just survived it, and then they were like, "Oh, this kid's exactly what we're looking for in the hospital."
All right.
Yeah, so I think
that's what I thought as well, because that's also what happens in Akira,
I don't think this agency that's like really hunting him is like really evil. I think they're kind of just government boys.
What's the agency called?
I don't remember because they didn't make a big deal out of it.
Duress. Duress, something
like that. So yeah, he wakes up and now he has a southern accent for like 5 minutes.
I remembered a little bit. I don't recall much, but I do remember some.
Oh yeah?
And Sumire is apparently 9 years old, which she doesn't look 9 years old.
You're 17.
Yeah, and he's only like 17.
We're like the same. No.
Would not have guessed either of those ages looking at these characters.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that this was made before Araki kind of developed his style of buff boys, I like this different art style. If this looked straight up like JoJo, it would maybe take away from its own quality a bit.
Aren't the JoJo characters all like weirdly young too?
Yeah, they are. They're all
really, really young, but extremely buff, huge men.
So, in JoJo, there's a lot of... It's known for its animal eatage, right?
Yeah, a lot of animals
And
get
a
eaten.
lot of it's in here, too. Is that weird? Like, I think that's a weird thing to have.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Araki's, I guess, just into animal gore. man versus beast. So Mirai and Ikaro are hiding in this like abandoned building, I guess. The SWAT team rolls up. Ikaro goes Baoh level 2. He's got
the blades.
He's got arm blades now, like
Yeah.
Batman.
He goes ham, dude.
He rips a dude's head off, grows arm blades, does a samurai dash slice where like he charges through and then he just like stands still and the other guy is revealed to have been cut in half.
Yeah, it's very Omaiwamu Shinderu kind of deal.
Yeah.
One of the soldiers is Australian for some reason.
Yeah, they have the same G.I. Joe quality as Black Magic M66.
They do, yeah.
I sure hope that continues to be a theme in these movies. Just a really good military.
There's a lot of connections, really, between this and our first episode. It's a very simple plot about, science experiment gone awry, kills a bunch of army people.
I guess they are running away from a robot in this one.
You revealed it, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's coming soon. Hold on. So he melts another guy's head off, maybe 2 heads off, and Dordo arrives and he starts holding Sumire hostage. So Bao starts shooting energy quills from his hair. I don't know what that's about.
That's level up 2.
Yeah, that's part of his level 2 abilities along with the arm blades.
I think they're like electrical quills, right? Or something like that.
I don't know.
I don't think electricity burns off skin like that, though. I don't know. I haven't been electrocuted.
So the quills burn off Dordo's face, revealing him to be a literal Terminator.
He's the Terminator, dude. What was that?
That came out of nowhere.
And for some reason, because his face melted off, his voice also becomes robotic.
You'll come after me, Baoh. The scent of this girl's fear will draw you like a magnet. I'll be waiting.
It was all a ruse. He was like, oh, they know I'm a robot now. Now I can talk normally.
It's something he has to actively do.
Yeah. It's a ruse.
Well, there's no point in hiding it now.
It's the disguise.
He has a built-in jetpack and a built-in hang glider in the jetpack. And he flies away. We see some cool helicopters.
True.
Yeah, okay. So Dordo flies away with Sumire, and they're gonna like wait for Ikaro at like the lab and set a trap for him, which they don't really do. Well, actually, they kind of do later. So Ikaro somehow makes it back to the lab because he can like sense Sumire's dread or something. I don't know. Baoh is kind of a weird thing. He's not like evil in Baoh form either, which is kind of lame.
No, he's pretty... Oh, he still has morals, but he's, like, ruthless.
It's just like a fursona.
You mean a persona?
Persona?
A fursona.
Ah, you didn't make a...
No, that was not a mistake. He's turning into a big anthropomorphic cat. Okay.
He's not a cat,
it's
alright.
It's a fursona.
He has no cat-like qualities about
Yeah, wait. Why do you say cat?
You can deny it all you want. But this is a fursona.
Alright, well... I think me and John disagree, but sure.
Can we get to the Sumire locked in the
No,
room?
that's later. We have something better before that.
Oh, okay.
So Ikaro makes his lab. I guess he came in through the sewers and he starts climbing up this mountain. And the pilots have an amazing dub.
That was pretty good. I really enjoyed that.
Roger that. We're in Sector CR3. No sign of the boy here either. We're going to circle around towards C2. Over.
And they're holding Sumire captive, and they're playing death grips really loudly at her to make her cry. And that's their torture strategy. So Dordo pulls up with the helicopter while Ikaru's climbing the mountain, and he starts monologuing about this explosive bullet he has.
Bullet.
His face still isn't repaired despite it being like a few days.
Has it been a few days, or did they just...
Maybe like a day or two, but
yeah,
his face is still...
bother.
He didn't bother with it. So Dordo shoots Ikaro. He tries to shoot him off the mountain, so Ikaro just turns to Baoh level 3. And he shoots a literal Kamehameha wave at the bullet in midair, and it deflects it, and it destroys Dordo. Yeah. It's pretty good. He never used the Kamehameha again, which is...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's a cool move.
Yeah.
But I guess he gets cooler stuff, because he gets up the mountain, and some JoJo villains pop out with a lightsaber sound.
One of them wasn't even, like, human, I noticed.
They had, like, grenades, too.
Oh, he used it here. He used the reflective beam. His Kamehameha.
No, I think he just used electricity to melt them.
Did he?
Because he's got full electricity power now. And he can just lightning bolt them.
Gotcha.
So he starts making his way through the facility, and he's just going off at this point. And then we get Baoh versus Walken, and Walken does this weird Indian magic with his blood, and he starts using molecular air motion wave and molecular seismic motion wave.
You forgot the part where he engraves his own chest.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The weird Indian blood magic.
No, where he physically engraves his own chest and does a carving thing.
Yeah, it's like a fighting totem or something. That's what they said.
Shows that Bao's worthy, apparently.
Yeah.
So by going out of the way to note that he is the last one of his tribe and then talking about his little ritual, the scientist guy seems to imply that Walken is not an experiment. These are just powers that his tribe happens to have. So
yeah.
His tribe definitely like BTFO'd all the other tribes in North America. I mean, who else can compete with like psychic power balls?
No, he's the last of their tribe.
I mean, how did they lose?
They probably had a bunch of like psychic infighting and yeeted each other.
Then
sense.
These Native Americans could waste the Pilgrims.
Yeah, but they were in the Midwest.
Did it go that far back? You think they had those powers that far back?
Oh, you're thinking maybe it's a recent development.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, from one of the recent tribes that have popped up. Where does this even take place, anyways?
True. Is
this even regular Earth?
Was there a name of the city that they were in?
There was no names of anything.
Huh. Except for the characters and the moves.
I guess it's supposed to be kept vague.
I mean,
I guess there's Native Americans though. So
yes.
He carves a thing on his chest, and he uses molecular air motion wave. Walken has the coolest powers. He's awesome.
He's also the best voice actor.
I can't remember his voice because I think it wasn't like extremely bad.
Exactly.
So,
I can only remember the really bad ones.
There you go then, huh?
And then he uses molecular seismic motion wave, which is cooler because he like liquefies the floor or something.
It's pretty sick.
And then he gets Bao's hand stuck in a wall. So he just cuts his own arm off.
He was so like, oh, I already won. When he could just cut it off and attack him.
Oh, Bao's Yeezys melt off too.
True.
Because of the motion wave. And then he just throws his arm blade like a boomerang into Walken's head, and he's down for the count.
Or so you think.
Oh yeah, so you think. And then they start activating the lab self-destruct in T-minus 15 minutes.
He puts his arm back on after it gets cut off, by the way. Just thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah. He can just do that, I guess. He has a lot of powers.
Yeah.
Bao's pretty OP. So Baoh goes to save Sumire, and there's like I guess the room is a trap, because
the lasers.
Yeah, a bunch of laser turrets pop out, and then Baoh yells Baoh. He yells his own name while shooting quills at the laser turrets. and then they get out, but it turns out one of the lasers hits Sumire like right in the freaking neck. And she's hella dead.
And then
but then he just uses like
he kisses her
blood. Yeah, he uses
a 9-year-old kid.
It was a platonic kiss.
Yeah, it was resuscitation. Yeah, I know.
He uses pedophile blood magic to revive her.
Pedophile blood magic. All right.
And brings her back to life. I don't know. I was confused by it. Turns out Walken lives, but he lost his psychic bandana, which holds back his psychic strength. and he's killing all these Kleiners that are running around.
Feels
They're
bad,
like,
man.
no walking. Yeah.
They thought they escaped, but then they ran into him.
Wait, what if that's what happened to the rest of his tribe? They don't know how to contain their power. The headbands hadn't been invented yet, so they accidentally melted each other's faces.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, dude. They're too strong. They probably had ancient headbands, and then one day one guy's like, actually screw this, and he took his off, and then he started going nuts. So everybody else took theirs off, and they went nuts. And then it was just a little baby walking. He was all that was left.
Oh, that's probably what happened.
Walken doesn't have fingers anymore.
He lost a couple of them, thanks to Baoh.
The blade, yes.
I don't remember what really happened here, but like apparently there's just like this big cave under the lab, and they all fall like 1 billion feet. The doctor, the professor, and his lady get in like an escape pod, but they also fall into the cave. It's pretty unclear whether or not the doctor is evil or not. I don't really think so. I think he's kind of just a mad scientist.
Yeah, mad scientist type.
I don't know what the Golden Mask's intentions are. Maybe they are evil. Maybe they're just selling out to the Illuminati. Anyways, it's weird. So yeah, we get Baoh versus Walk in round 2. Dex versus Strength. Can you guess who wins? Probably Baoh. And then Baoh picks up like one of the laser turrets that apparently fell down there, and the doctor's like, Baoh has a laser cannon. Baoh, bring dark... Wait. He says, Baoh, bring dark thunder.
Baoh has a laser cannon!
But even if he has a laser cannon, he would need a great deal of electricity.
There is! That source of power is contained within Baoh! Baoh, bring dark thunder!
And so Baoh like powers the laser cannon with his electricity, and he just lasers Walken in half.
Oh, like actually straight up the middle too. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like Black Magic M66.
This is also another connection with Akira, a climactic battle between a guy with a laser cannon and a psychic man on a pile of rubble. It's just like Akira.
Oh my god, dude. Wow. Stalactites fall from the ceiling and like impale the doctor and his lady.
Heated, dude.
Although I think there might be a line later that said that they were just injured.
No, she got drive straight through the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
Maybe he survived because he got one like in the upper right chest and like the bottom left torso. So no.
They were
vitals.
mentioning the casualty count, and they said 2 injured.
They said 6 dead, right?
Mm-hmm. Unless Baoh gave them a kiss.
True.
They get their comeuppance, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if they're evil or not. So the lab explodes. Baoh is presumably dead. Samire somehow made it out.
Oh, well, he was positioning her to leave, and she was like, "No, I don't want to leave without you. No."
But it seemed like she would still get caught up with how fast the explosion came.
She's an Olympic swimmer, 10 medals.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't they say you'd have to get a kilometer away?
Yeah, it looked like a pretty big explosion, but somehow she made it out.
She was booking it out of there.
Yeah. So after that, it's her on a beach, and she's in denial about Ikaro dying, and she's somehow alive. The credits suck. The music sucks. Mm-hmm. It's really boring. But there's a post-credit scene.
Yes.
There was?
Yeah.
Steven.
I didn't see that.
You gotta at least like skip through just to see.
Samire had a vision, all right, of Ikaro just chilling at the bottom of the lake below the facility. And he's alive.
Yes.
He's just not dead. And according to Samire, she said, when I turn 17...
He'll come back.
Yeah, that's when they'll be...
When I turn 17.
There was no follow-up to any of this, though. So.
Dude, that's... I don't know. She, like, developed some weird Stockholm.
I mean, she wasn't his prisoner.
I know, but it's, like, one of those.
She just has a crush on him.
True.
She's a furry.
Okay, he's not a fursona. There's nothing furry about him.
He's not furry. The only thing furry is his hair. That's just hair, though.
Yeah, he's a Sonic the Hedgehog fursona. No, I get it now.
It's his hedge Sona.
Bao was good though. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Ratings?
Well, yeah, we're getting to ratings. We're getting to ratings.
I don't know
right?
your format, Toby.
Because we don't have one yet.
Oh.
Let's break it down by categories here. Characters. How good do you like the characters?
I liked Ikaro. He was cool. Sumire was just basically baggage.
Yes.
The doctor was pretty cool. I really liked Dog Bao. It sucks that Dog Bao got yeeted.
I think the doctor had a lot of really good lines.
Yeah.
I had a lot of quotes written down.
That's it for me.
I liked the Terminator, the Native American guy, and the random Australian soldier the best.
Okay. I thought the characters were cheesy and one-dimensional, but like to the point of being enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much entirely on the dub being so bad.
You think the sub's good? Probably, right?
We should find out. I was considering watching it a second time today, just to find out if the subs are good. But I don't want to ruin the experience of listening to a bad dub.
Well, it's like, you already have the first impression, so it doesn't hurt to just go back, right?
Well, once we're done with this, we can look at the subs and see how it is.
But then we'd have to get 2 VHS tapes.
Yeah.
They're cheap. It's VHS.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I heard you can get them online for like free sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy. People are just giving them away.
Yeah, it's called like VHS Tube or something. So yeah, I give characters a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I'm gonna average up my score.
Oh wait, we were supposed to give a rating?
No, you can though.
Oh, 6 out of 10.
Okay. Steven?
3 out of 10 because there's only 3 good characters.
That works.
Out of the 10 characters?
Yeah.
I guess that's fair. No, that's probably the most fair way to do it. Story. What do you think about that?
What? It was just like Bao came out. He came alive. They wanted to get him back. He got super leveled, and then he saved the little girl and got yeeted. That's kind of a lame plot.
Yeah, I think maybe there was a lot of background lore which wasn't explained here, but maybe it's better explained in the manga. But I think I generally understood what was happening.
Like, it was vague, but it was a good ride. I guess 7 out of 10? No, 4 out of 10.
For the story, I'm going to have to give it a 0 out of 10 because the walk-in Native American lore was not really explored or explained. We had to reason it all out for ourselves.
Okay, well, I think we can disregard Steven's ratings at this point. I give the story a 6 out of 10. Just because it's probably better explained elsewhere or I wasn't paying attention to stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Art style. How about that?
It was pretty good, actually. I like the animation.
I think there was a lot of generic stuff in there, but there were some really good designs, like Baoh. Baoh himself was excellent.
Yeah, I mean, it's an older anime, so you can only expect so much. That was the format of the time.
I don't know, 89. It's not that old.
89, it's 2020.
It was only 30 years ago.
Yeah, only 30 years ago.
I give that a 7 out of 10. I think it was above average.
An 8 out of 10.
I'm not gonna bother asking Steven.
No, go on. Steven, what do you give the art?
I really liked the art when it came to the face meltings. The face meltings in this OVA are superior
the gore
to the face melting in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The gore was actually really... It was done well, which is kind of concerning, but it's still cool.
Yeah, after I watched this movie, I started seeing it a lot in compilations of best anime gore or whatever.
So you know when Dog Bao first attacks the tiger? Yeah, the first thing he does is he swipes his claw on the top of the tiger's head, which it's really quick, and then it attacks it. So when the tiger dies, its head explodes. That's why that happens.
Oh my god.
And it's brains and everything. So...
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
I don't know. It's nuts.
Oh yeah, I guess my next category is animation, but I guess we kind of already talked about that.
Oh yeah, art and animation hand in hand, I guess, right?
Yeah, I thought it was really smooth and pretty detailed. 8 out of 10 for animation for me. Do you like music? What's the music like? Do you like the music?
I can't even recall any music from this.
Yeah, it's hard to recall. I had to look up the OST myself. Because the music is pretty subtle and not noticeable at all, and it's pretty quiet. But I listened to the OST separate from the movie, and it's some really good tracks with like good synth and sounds, and it sounds like a similar track the whole way through, but they have like different variations based on the tone of the scene. It's a very good OST, but it's just not noticeable here. So maybe like a 7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 10 because I can't remember anything of it.
Well, I suggest you go listen to it.
I don't remember the soundtrack at all either.
All right, 0 out of 10 for Steven as well.
As predicted. Overall, I think I would give this movie like a 7.5 out of 10.
What did it actually get?
On like review stuff?
Yeah.
I didn't actually bother to check. I feel like that would bias my review.
You think so? Wait, why? Because you watch it yourself, so...
Because I'm easily influenced.
Oh.
I'm a tool.
I don't know what Letterboxd is, but I got a 2.9 out of 5. Is that good?
You don't know what Letterboxd is?
No, I'm not a moviegoer.
Steven is a film connoisseur.
Steven, I just watch anime, dude. That's it.
What did it get on like Rotten Tomatoes? were they reviewing this?
I don't know. Let's see.
What's the rating? Is it good?
The tomato meter. It's and it's not applicable.
Okay. Well, what's like on IMDb?
Val the Caller got a 6.3 out of 10.
I feel like that's a bit low.
It's a bit harsh.
Steven, rating?
Well, it's no Akira, but for this specific genre of OVA, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. It's got good face melts.
After that 0 out of 10 and a 3 out of 10, you're gonna give it... Okay.
It recovers the points in a lot of other categories. Face melting, voice acting, sonic hedge sonas, and this all redeems the movie.
John, did we get a rating from you?
I'll just give it a 7 out of 10.
Alright, we can round that up to a... What would that even be? We gave an 8, a 7, and a 7.5.
So what, like a 8.5?
7.5?
Or 7.5, yes. 7.5 works. 8.5
right.
is too much.
Official rating, 7.5 out of 10.
I think that's higher than episode 1 rating.
Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Anything else to mention? I think we got it.
I think we did.
I think we're good.
I think we got everything.
I think that's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, we'll join us next time when we watch a different OVA. We don't know which one it is yet. John may or may not be there. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a different guess. A better guess.
We should watch Spy Kids 4D.
Oh, yeah. I missed that movie.
This is yesterday's OVAs, dude.
It's got smell-o-vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the fourth dimension?
God, I wish this OVA had smell-o-vision.
Okay. See you guys next time.
Bye.